Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of Ready for Anything. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a bookstore, spotted someone interesting, and felt your heart race with the overwhelming urge to say something to her, but you didn't? Let's face it, it happens to the best of us. Our minds freeze, and the opportunity slips away. But not after today. In this episode, I'm giving you a foolproof guide on how to start a playful, engaging conversation with a girl at a bookstore, and maybe even leave with a solid connection. Now, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss expert insights in future episodes. Done? Great. Let's go. All right, grab a cup of coffee or tea because we're going deep into the psychology behind bookstore interactions. Actually, did you know that bookstores are one of the best places to meet high-quality people? Think about it. Anyone in their downtime shopping for their next read already has an inherent vibe of intellect, aspirations, and curiosity. A conversation in this setting naturally feels organic and smart. Bonus points if you're genuinely into books yourself. But before we make our move, a quick reality check. Talking to a stranger isn't magical. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. And guess what? That's okay. The first rule of meeting people anywhere, especially in bookstores, is that it's a numbers game. You will face rejection at times, but don't let it rattle your confidence. Always remember, denial isn't personal. It simply means she wasn't in the right mental space. Or perhaps you didn't connect in that fleeting moment. It's not a commentary on your worth as a person. Keep your head high and move on. Got that? Cool. Forge ahead fearlessly. So, how do you make this happen without coming off as weird or pushy? Step 1. Location. Pay attention to which section she's in. Whether it's fiction, self-help, fantasy, true crime, or even cookbooks, her choice tells you something about her vibe. If it's the cookbooks aisle, maybe she's foodie material. If it's self-help, perhaps she's invested in personal growth. Fiction? She likely has a romantic or imaginative side. Use her choice as a conversational seed. Step 2. Scan the environment. Does she seem engrossed in her book? Is she skimming titles on the shelf? Pay close attention to non-verbal cues. If she looks immersed, give her some space. But if she's browsing with a curious pace and shows openness in her body language, now's your window to step in. Step 3. The icebreaker. Let me make this very clear. Do not underestimate the power of your introduction. In a charming, unintrusive tone, say something relatable like, "Hey, I'm usually not that indecisive, but now that I'm staring at 2 books from this author, I need a second opinion. Do you know if this one is worth it?" Bam! You've set the tone of a light-hearted exchange. Why is this genius? Because you're drawing them in with mutual participation. Help needed? Check. Relatability? Check. Non-threat? Double check. If she bites, congratulations. You've broken the ice. If she seems hesitant or just non-responsive, take that as a cue to bow out gracefully. A polite, "All right, thanks anyway. Have a great day," never hurts. Remember, even rejection dealt with grace reflects positively on you. Step 4. Add personality. Once she's warmed up to the conversation, amp up your playful charm. Keep the dialogue casual by saying something like, "Oh, you're into fantasy? Do I even stand a chance talking to someone who reads about dragons all day?" This works wonders because it's fun, slightly flirty, but not overly intense. Balancing humor with genuine interest is key when building attraction. Step 5. Shift to stories. A shift from idle browsing chit-chat to mutual experiences is how you solidify the interaction. Maybe something like, "Yeah, reading's my jam. I could spend all day swapping stories about all the times I embarrassingly tried to pronounce Tolkien characters' names out loud." Authenticity breeds chemistry. When in doubt, be human. Step 6. Close with confidence. If the conversation is flowing and you've established rapport, here comes the bold move. Say, "Hey, this was fun. We should grab a coffee nearby and chat more about dragons or cookbooks. What do you say?" Done strategically, this shows boldness and clarity. Women respect someone with sincere intentions who's also tactful. Important. Never linger too long. Ending on a high note keeps you memorable. Even if the time isn't right for her, you leave behind positive energy. Remember what I said before. It's a numbers game. And every interaction leaves you better equipped for the next. Now let's talk about the unsung hero here. Your mindset. Always approach with an open, confident energy. Think facts over feelings. If your approach doesn't succeed, shrug it off and remind yourself no single conversation defines your future success. The next bookstore interaction? It could totally work. And that is the beauty of trying. Here's a quick recap. Start with location awareness. Study her non-verbal cues. Open with a light conversational cue like asking for advice. Add a pinch of playful charm. Transition to mutual, relatable stories. Adios with a bold and confident close. And if you fail, dust it off and carry forward. So here's my challenge for you. Over the next week, head to your local bookstore and strike up a low-stakes conversation. Whether it evolves into an exchange of numbers or just improves your social ease, it's a win-win scenario. And hey, nothing beats walking away with a good book in hand, even if a date never materializes. But you'd be surprised at how many doors a single confident hello can open. And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode of Ready for Anything. Keep your eyes open and your communication game strong. If you found this insight helpful, or just hilariously off-kilter, drop a comment below and tell me what works for you in bookstores. Oh, and make sure you click subscribe because we've got some game-changing content coming your way soon. Until next time, stay ready for anything. See ya.